Welcome to Healthy Aging Blueprint, your trusted space for simple, effective tips to help seniors live healthier, happier, and more meaningful lives. Whether you're stepping into retirement or supporting a parent or grandparent on their wellness journey, this channel is for you. Together, we'll explore real-life experiences, healthy daily habits, and a positive mindset to help you wake up each day with energy, joy, and purpose. What if a simple food you've eaten your whole life holds the key to unlocking more vitality, deeper connection, and even renewed joy after 60? What if everything you thought you knew about eggs, especially when it comes to aging, was based on outdated science? And what if the real secret to feeling sharper, stronger, and more alive wasn't in a pill or powder, but in your morning plate? For years, eggs have been misunderstood, brushed aside due to lingering myths about cholesterol and heart health. They were unfairly judged, often excluded from senior diets out of fear rather than fact. But recent science is rewriting the story. The truth is, eggs are a nutritional powerhouse, rich in high-quality protein, choline, vitamin D, and essential amino acids that support the aging body in ways few foods can. Especially after 60, the benefits of eating eggs can feel almost transformative. We're talking about subtle but meaningful improvements, clearer thinking, more consistent energy, warmer hands and feet, and yes, even renewed physical connection and intimacy. It's not about making radical changes. It's about using what nature already gave us to support how we feel, function, and connect, body and soul. So stay with us through the end of this video, because you'll learn why this humble food is far more than just a breakfast classic, and how it might just help you feel more vibrant, more alive, and more connected than you have in years. Before we jump in, if you're enjoying content like this, consider giving this video a like. It helps us reach more people on the path of healthy aging. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. If you find this helpful, comment 1 below. If not, feel free to drop a 0. Your feedback helps us improve and serve you better. Let's begin with our first point. The nutritional power of eggs, more than just protein. For far too long, eggs have been pushed aside in the health world, unfairly blamed for raising cholesterol and increasing heart disease risk. This fear, rooted in decades-old research, cast a long shadow over what is truly one of the most nutrient-dense foods available. Fortunately, modern science is now catching up with what many cultures around the world have known all along. Eggs are not the enemy, they're a gift. Eggs are among the most complete, restorative, and bioavailable sources of nourishment found in nature. From their essential fats to their brain-supporting choline, they offer far more than just protein. They nourish, they restore, and for adults over 60, they might be one of the simplest, safest, and most effective tools to feel well again, starting with your next meal. This becomes especially important for those navigating the shifting landscape of aging. Once we pass the age of 60, our bodies begin to experience a cascade of subtle but significant changes. Hormone production starts to decline, affecting everything from physical energy to emotional resilience. Circulation tends to slow down, making us feel colder, less invigorated, and more sluggish than we once did. Tasks that used to feel effortless, like bouncing out of bed in the morning or recovering from a walk, suddenly require more time, more effort, and more intention. And for many, the warmth of intimacy can begin to feel like something left in the past. But what if there was a simple, familiar, and affordable food, something you might already have in your kitchen, that could help gently reverse some of these effects? That's where eggs come in. They aren't just a source of protein. They're a compact nutritional powerhouse, offering a rich combination of nutrients uniquely suited to support aging bodies. In every egg, you'll find high-quality protein, essential vitamins, minerals, and amino acids that work together to reinforce the systems that begin to wear down with age. Let's take choline, for example. It's not a nutrient that gets much attention, but it should, especially for older adults. Found abundantly in egg yolks, choline is a key building block for acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter responsible for memory, focus, and the communication between nerves. As we age, concerns about cognitive decline often become more prominent. Choline plays a crucial role in keeping the brain sharp and the nervous system responsive, helping preserve not just mental clarity, but also a sense of emotional balance and alertness. And then there's vitamin D, another valuable gift nestled in the golden yolk. Often called the sunshine vitamin, it's best known for maintaining strong, healthy bones, an important priority as bone density naturally declines with age. But its benefits don't stop there. Vitamin D also plays a central role in supporting testosterone production in both men and women. This hormone isn't just about libido. It influences mood, stamina, motivation, and overall vitality. For older adults, maintaining healthy testosterone levels can mean the difference between feeling vibrant and simply getting through the day. Eggs also provide a reliable source of vitamin B12, which becomes increasingly important after 60. Due to reduced stomach acid and absorption efficiency, many seniors become deficient in this essential nutrient. B12 is vital for cellular energy production, helping to combat fatigue, sharpen mental focus, and support the production of red blood cells, which carry oxygen throughout the body. Without enough B12, energy declines, brain fog creeps in, and overall vitality begins to fade. But where eggs truly shine is in their lesser-known yet deeply impactful components, like L-arginine, a powerful amino acid found in every egg yolk. Why is this nutrient so important? Because L-arginine serves as a precursor to nitric oxide, a molecule that acts as the body's natural vasodilator. In simpler terms, nitric oxide helps relax and widen blood vessels, boosting circulation and allowing oxygen-rich blood to flow more freely throughout the body, including to the heart, the brain, and yes, even the most intimate areas. For men, this improved circulation can lead to firmer, more sustained erections, which in turn can restore both confidence and emotional connection in relationships. For women, better blood flow enhances pelvic sensitivity, natural lubrication, and physical comfort, creating not only physical benefits, but also fostering a deeper sense of intimacy and closeness. After all, feeling more connected isn't just about the body, it's about emotional well-being and shared experiences that enrich life after 60. Better circulation doesn't just benefit intimacy, it also plays a critical role in overall cardiovascular health, reducing fatigue and supporting a sustained sense of energy, warmth, and vitality. It's like flipping on a switch that reawakens the body's natural rhythms and flow, gently, but powerfully. And perhaps what makes eggs so remarkable is their simplicity. They aren't some overpriced miracle supplement or a trendy health food imported from halfway across the world. Eggs are accessible, affordable, and deeply nourishing. Real food that many of us have grown up with and can easily enjoy every day. When consumed with mindfulness and regularity, eggs can become more than just a breakfast habit. They become a subtle but potent form of daily nourishment, supporting hormone health, vascular function, and emotional balance, all without the need for radical diet changes or expensive interventions. What often surprises people most is this: transformative change doesn't always come from something new or exotic. Sometimes, the most powerful shifts in our health and vitality stem from returning to the simple, timeless wisdom already sitting on our kitchen table. Sometimes, the most powerful breakthroughs aren't about discovering something new. They're about rediscovering something you've known all along and beginning to use it with fresh intention. That's the real secret behind eggs. It's not just about eating them. It's about how you bring them into your daily life in a more purposeful and consistent way, turning a simple food into a tool for renewed energy, connection, and yes, even intimacy. So, how do we unlock that potential? In the next part, we'll walk through exactly how to eat eggs for maximum vitality, transforming them from a routine breakfast item into a restorative ritual that nurtures your body, supports your relationships, and brings a deeper sense of well-being each day. As we continue, if you're still with me and finding this journey valuable, please drop a quick number 1 in the comments below. Your time means a lot to me, and I'm truly grateful you're here. Let's now dive into what really matters: how to eat eggs for optimal benefits as we age. After 60, our bodies become more sensitive and selective, more reactive to the food choices we make. Gone are the days when we could eat anything without a second thought and still feel energized. Now, every bite matters, and every choice shapes our energy, mood, and vitality. Eggs can be a game changer at this stage of life, but only if we approach them with care. It's not enough to simply include them in your diet. To truly tap into their potential, we must think about how they're prepared, when they're consumed, and what we pair them with. Let's begin by addressing one of the biggest myths out there: the belief that you should avoid egg yolks. For years, well-intentioned advice told us to toss the yolk and stick with the whites due to cholesterol concerns. But modern science has turned that notion on its head. The yolk isn't something to fear. It's the nutritional core of the egg. This golden center holds a wealth of nutrients that can't be found in the white alone. So, if we want to support our aging bodies with the full power of this incredible food, we need to embrace the whole egg, yolk and all. The yolk is where the real magic happens. It holds the majority of an egg's vitamins, minerals, and beneficial fats. Within that golden center lies choline for brain health, vitamin D to support hormone production, and cholesterol, yes, the good kind, which serves as the essential building block for hormones like testosterone and estrogen. These hormones are vital for maintaining energy, regulating mood, and preserving intimacy, especially as we age. When you remove the yolk and only eat the whites, you're actually stripping away the very nutrients that make eggs so valuable for people over 60. So if you're serious about nourishing your body in a way that supports graceful aging, it's time to embrace the whole egg, yolk included. It's not indulgence. It's smart, targeted nutrition. But it's not just what you eat, it's how you prepare it. The method you use to cook your eggs can either preserve their natural goodness or compromise it. Gentle cooking techniques like boiling, poaching, or slow scrambling over low heat help protect the integrity of eggs' delicate nutrients and healthy fats. These approaches keep fats in their natural state and prevent sensitive vitamins like B12 and choline from breaking down. On the flip side, cooking eggs at high heat, especially when using processed vegetable oils, can cause oxidation. This damages the very nutrients your heart and brain depend on and introduces compounds that may contribute to inflammation or cardiovascular strain. It's ironic, isn't it? We often turn to eggs for heart health, yet the wrong cooking method could undermine those benefits. If frying is your preference, no need to give it up. Just make wiser choices. Use heart-healthy oils like extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil and cook at a moderate temperature. This allows you to enjoy the flavor while still protecting the nutrients your body needs. And there's another often overlooked detail: timing matters. Eating eggs early in the day, preferably with your first meal, can help stabilize your hormones and fuel sustained energy. Mornings are when your body is primed for absorbing nutrients. Nutrients like choline and vitamin D are particularly effective at this time, aiding blood sugar regulation and supporting the production of hormones that energize your body and mind throughout the day. Isn't it remarkable how something as simple as when and how you eat can reshape your health? Starting your day with eggs can do more than just satisfy your hunger. It can help regulate your metabolism, stabilize energy levels, and support the natural rhythm of testosterone production. For many older adults, this simple shift can make a surprising difference. Instead of facing the usual mid-morning energy slump or feeling sluggish after lunch, your body runs on a more stable, sustained source of fuel. But to truly maximize the benefits of your breakfast, Consider what you pair your eggs with. Nutrient-rich greens like spinach, kale, or arugula are excellent companions. These dark, leafy vegetables are high in natural nitrates, which enhance blood flow, and their fiber content aids in digestion and supports the absorption of key nutrients. A breakfast as simple as 2 poached eggs atop a bed of lightly sautéed greens, drizzled with olive oil, and finished with a pinch of sea salt, transforms into a powerful, healing ritual, one that nourishes your entire being. Yet, the impact of this morning habit goes far beyond nutrition. There's something deeply emotional and even spiritual about beginning your day with a warm, intentional meal. Cooking and enjoying a wholesome plate of food like this sends a quiet but powerful message. I'm still here. I still matter. It affirms your worth and reminds your body and your heart that you are still vibrant, still capable, and still deserving of care. This small daily act of self-respect creates a ripple effect. It influences how you carry yourself, how you engage with others, and how confident you feel in your own skin. And just when you think eggs have given you all they can offer, there's yet another layer to discover, one that touches something even deeper. Because the nutrients found in eggs don't just feed your muscles or your brain, they help sustain the very systems that allow for intimacy, connection, and emotional closeness. These aren't just physical benefits, they're deeply human ones. If what you've heard so far resonates with you, I'd love to know. Comment number 1 below to let me know you're still here with me. Now, let's explore how eggs can help reignite something truly special in your life. The spark of intimacy often fades in ways that catch us off guard. Sometimes it's not dramatic, just subtle shifts. A chill in the hands or feet that lingers longer than it used to. A slower bounce back after light exercise. A lingering sense of distance from our own bodies or from the person lying next to us. For many individuals over 60, what was once a source of warmth and connection begins to feel like a memory, dulled by the passage of time and the effects of physical and emotional changes. But what if something as simple and familiar as an egg could help revive that spark? Not just physically, but emotionally too. Surprisingly, it can. The quiet power of this everyday food lies in how it nourishes 3 essential foundations of intimacy: improved circulation, balanced hormones, and a heightened sense of emotional readiness. And all of that begins with something you rarely think about: your blood flow. Circulation is the silent driver behind energy, sensation, and yes, desire. Eggs contain the amino acid L-arginine, which plays a key role in producing nitric oxide, a molecule that helps relax and widen blood vessels. This isn't just a technical detail. It's a powerful mechanism with very real, very human benefits. When your blood vessels relax and open, oxygen-rich blood can flow more easily throughout your entire body, to your heart, to your brain, and to your most intimate regions. For men, this means stronger, more dependable erections that restore confidence and create space for deeper physical connection. For women, it means increased blood flow to the pelvic area, which enhances sensitivity, promotes natural lubrication, and helps ease discomfort. These physical shifts support emotional intimacy as well, because comfort and confidence are the foundation for feeling truly connected. And here's the key insight: eggs don't just support blood flow. Their unique nutrient profile is working on multiple levels at once, supporting the intricate systems that influence how we feel, how we relate to our partners, and how we experience closeness, inside and out. They play a vital role in nourishing the endocrine system, supporting the body's ability to produce key hormones like testosterone and estrogen. These aren't just hormones linked to physical intimacy. They're deeply tied to how we feel on a daily basis. They shape our mood, fuel our energy, and foster emotional connection. As we get older, it's common for these hormone levels to decline, often leading to feelings of fatigue, irritability, or even a subtle sense of emotional distance. But the nutrients found in eggs, especially vitamin D, vitamin B12, and healthy cholesterol, offer exactly what the body needs to maintain those essential hormone levels. It's like giving your system the building blocks it's been quietly asking for. With the right support, your body remembers how to function with greater ease, clarity, and vitality. You feel more alert, more emotionally engaged, and more present in your relationships, both with others and with yourself. What truly sets eggs apart is their gentle and natural approach. Unlike synthetic supplements or medications that can sometimes override or suppress your body's innate rhythms, eggs work with your system, not against it. It's like a soft reminder to your body of what it's already designed to do. And for older adults, that kind of gentle, aligned nourishment can be life-changing. Improving circulation and supporting hormone balance through something as simple as a whole egg can bring back a sense of internal safety and quiet confidence. It's that feeling of being fully at home in your body again, comfortable, connected, and alive. And here's the beautiful part. This renewed sense of vitality doesn't just stay behind closed doors. It flows into everyday life. You might catch yourself walking with more energy, laughing more easily, or feeling a deeper warmth in your conversations. Small things feel richer, like a morning cup of coffee shared with a loved one, or preparing a nourishing breakfast just for yourself. Because intimacy isn't only about physical touch. It's about feeling truly connected to yourself and to those who matter most. Eggs, in their quiet simplicity, offer that connection, one bite at a time. In their quiet, unassuming way, eggs help make that reconnection possible. They serve as more than nourishment. They become a bridge, linking physical vitality to emotional depth. As we continue this journey, we'll uncover how these physical and emotional shifts can open the door to even deeper relational changes. These aren't just improvements you feel in your body. They're the kinds of transformations that reach the heart, stir the spirit, and renew the joy of being alive. If this message is resonating with you, take a moment to comment number 1 below. It lets me know that these insights matter to you. And if you're still watching and learning alongside me, please also leave a number 2, so I know you're still with me on this path. Now, let's explore one of the most inspiring parts of this entire journey, real-life transformations. As a wellness advocate, one of the greatest honors in my work is witnessing the subtle yet profound shifts that unfold when people over 60 begin to reclaim their health, rekindle intimacy, and rediscover their inner spark. These are not the results of overnight fixes or extreme trends. Instead, they emerge from steady, thoughtful changes, small acts of care practiced daily with consistency and intention. These modest choices often bloom into major life improvements. Surprisingly, something as simple as an egg has been at the center of many of the most heartfelt stories I've had the privilege of hearing. Take Harold, for instance, a 72-year-old retired history teacher who walked into my office carrying more than just age on his shoulders. His posture was low, his eyes clouded with fatigue, and there was a heaviness in his voice, a quiet, unspoken surrender. He described feeling like a stranger to himself, as if the vitality and drive that once came so naturally had quietly slipped away. That moment marked the beginning of Harold's journey back, not just to better health, but to rediscovering who he truly was. And at the heart of it all, a few simple changes, one of which began with a humble egg. Mornings had become a struggle for Harold. He moved through them slowly, weighed down by fatigue, lacking the spark that once greeted each sunrise. Even his marriage, strong and loving after 45 years, had begun to feel like a quiet, comfortable distance. The passion, the playful banter, the knowing glances, they had quietly faded, replaced by routines and silence that neither he nor his wife could quite explain. Rather than jumping into complex medications or overwhelming routines, we started with a simple, gentle shift. Every morning, Harold began his day with 2 softly boiled eggs, paired with a handful of fresh greens and a light drizzle of olive oil. Nothing fancy, just real food. After breakfast, he'd take a short 15-minute walk through his neighborhood, soaking in the fresh air and letting his body move at its own pace. This wasn't a massive change. It didn't demand a new identity or a complete lifestyle overhaul. It was designed to honor Harold's natural rhythm, something he could embrace without resistance. 3 weeks later, when Harold returned, the transformation was quiet, yet undeniable. He walked in with more steadiness in his step. His eyes carried a light they hadn't held in a long time, and a subtle but unmistakable warmth had returned to his smile. No, he hadn't turned back the clock to his 20s, but he felt more there, more engaged, more aware, more himself. Over a cup of coffee, he shared something beautiful. He and his wife had started talking again, not just about errands or chores, but about the dreams they used to share, the places they wanted to visit, the things they still hoped for. One night, they found themselves holding hands on the couch. It felt familiar, yet somehow brand new. "I didn't realize how far I'd drifted from myself," Harold told me, his voice catching slightly. "But I'm starting to feel like me again." Then there was Martha, a 68-year-old former librarian who came in carrying a weight no one else could see. She was navigating the fog of hormonal imbalance, something that had dulled her sense of self and quietly eroded her confidence. Intimacy had become awkward, connection felt strained, and when she looked in the mirror, she didn't recognize the woman staring back. It wasn't just about how others saw her, it was how she saw herself. The vibrant, curious, passionate woman she once knew felt like a distant memory, hidden beneath layers of exhaustion and self-doubt. We introduced something deceptively simple into her routine: eggs. But this time, they weren't just for nutrition. They became a symbol of reclaiming care, of making a daily choice to honor her body and spirit. She didn't turn to eggs just for their nutritional value. For Martha, they became a daily reminder, a small yet powerful gesture of self-care. Each morning, she would prepare her eggs with quiet intention, sometimes whisking them with fragrant herbs from her windowsill garden, or gently poaching them and serving them with a slice of warm, whole-grain toast. It wasn't just breakfast, it was a ritual, a moment carved out just for her, a pause in the noise, where she reconnected with her own needs and worth. With time, subtle but powerful shifts began to unfold. Her energy stopped dipping mid-morning. Her skin seemed to glow with a gentle, renewed radiance. She began standing a little taller, smiling a little more. Confidence returned, not as a dramatic burst, but as a steady rise. Martha started reaching for her favorite bright scarves again, the ones she used to wear when she felt most herself. She began saying yes to invitations, accepting coffee dates and community events she once quietly declined. Even the smallest moments, sitting on a park bench, laughing with a friend, felt like little gifts she'd reclaimed. "It's not just the eggs," she told me one morning, laughing with a mix of joy and disbelief. "It's the fact that I'm choosing myself every single day." And that's the truth beneath these stories. They aren't extraordinary because they're rare. They're extraordinary because they're real and deeply human. They reflect something we often forget. Even after years of gradual decline, the body still knows how to respond. It doesn't need drastic interventions or harsh discipline. What it craves is consistency, kindness, and nourishment. Not punishment, presence. These transformations don't arrive with grand announcements or overnight miracles. Often, they begin quietly, with a soft crack of an eggshell, a warm, nourishing meal prepared with care, a single decision to show up for yourself, not just once, but again and again. And the most beautiful part? These shifts reach far beyond the physical. As the body reawakens, so does the heart. You begin to feel more connected to yourself and to others. That's where the real magic begins. Because the journey from nourishment to emotional intimacy is more than biology. It's about wholeness. It's about healing that you can't measure in numbers or charts. It's the kind of change that quietly transforms your entire life. In the next section, we'll explore how food, presence, and connection weave together to create a kind of vitality that doesn't just restore the body, but revives the soul. How we live and how we love often reflect the quiet choices we make each day. And for those of us over 60, these choices are rarely about instant results. In a world constantly pushing quick fixes, magic pills, extreme diets, and overnight makeovers, it's easy to feel left behind. But what if real transformation wasn't supposed to be fast? What if the truest kind of wellness comes not from rushing, but from returning to a rhythm that honors the wisdom of your body and the season of life you're in? That's exactly where the humble egg finds its place, not as a miracle cure, but as a steady companion in the gentle journey of restoration. Unlike medications that flood your body with synthetic compounds or supplements that promise everything and deliver little, eggs support your natural systems rather than override them. Each one contains a powerful mix of nutrients, high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essentials like choline and vitamin D that quietly nurture the foundation of your health. What makes this kind of support so impactful is its alignment with your body's pace. Instead of demanding dramatic shifts or forcing change, eggs offer steady, reliable nourishment. They rebuild from within, supporting muscle repair, calming inflammation, balancing hormones, and restoring clarity of thought and emotional steadiness. Over time, they help bring your internal systems back into balance, not with noise, but with quiet strength. Take Sarah, a 65-year-old grandmother who once described her mornings as gray and her evenings as restless. She felt like she was simply getting through the day, not living it. On the advice of her doctor, she began starting each morning with 2 poached eggs, paired with a slice of sourdough toast and a handful of sautéed spinach. The change wasn't dramatic at first, but slowly, something began to shift. Her hands, once always cold, started to feel warm again. Her sleep deepened, and instead of waking up groggy, she opened her eyes with a sense of calm focus. It wasn't just the eggs. It was what they represented. A choice to begin each day with care, nourishment, and intention. And that kind of shift? It ripples outward. The clarity she gained in the morning began to show up in her conversations. The energy she reclaimed carried into how she played with her grandkids. The warmth in her body became warmth in her spirit. Because true vitality doesn't come from doing more, it comes from choosing better. And sometimes, better starts with something as simple, familiar, and nourishing as an egg. She began to feel something she hadn't experienced in years, a quiet yet powerful sense of reconnection. Intimacy with her partner, which had once felt like a task clouded by anxiety or uncertainty, began to flow with ease. It was no longer a performance, but a natural reflection of the renewed energy pulsing through her life. "I didn't expect something so simple to make such a difference," she said, her eyes shimmering with a lightness that had long been missing. This transformation isn't about turning back the clock or chasing the fleeting vitality of your 20s. It's about coming home to yourself, feeling at ease in your body again, moving without stiffness, and discovering warmth, connection, and joy in everyday moments. The changes may not be explosive, but they are deeply meaningful. Energy doesn't roar back like a wave. It returns as a steady, reliable hum that carries you through the day. Sleep, once restless or elusive, becomes a place of true restoration. And those moments of physical closeness, once weighed down by self-doubt, begin to feel natural again, like returning to a part of yourself you thought had slipped away. Over time, these small but consistent shifts come together to create something powerful. Quiet confidence. Not because life suddenly becomes perfect, but because your body is responding, showing you that healing is still possible, that strength and connection can still be rebuilt. That's what makes eggs so remarkable. It's not just about the nutrition they offer, though that alone is impressive. It's about what they represent. A simple daily act of care, a choice that asks little of you but offers so much in return. In a world that constantly tells us to rush, push harder, and expect instant results, eggs are a gentle invitation to slow down, to trust the process, to work with your body, not against it. They remind us that true transformation doesn't come from extremes. It comes from consistency, from listening to your body, and from treating it with the respect it deserves. As this trust builds, something beautiful begins to unfold, a new kind of freedom. A freedom to reconnect not just with your body, but with your life, your partner, and most importantly, with yourself. It's the freedom to show up fully, without pressure, without comparison, just present and whole. Let me know when you'd like me to continue with the next section. This kind of nourishment opens more than just the body. It opens the heart. It creates space for emotional intimacy to re-enter, gently and quietly, revealing connections that go far beyond the physical. These moments, rooted in everyday care, can nourish the soul in ways we often forget are possible. Just like the egg feeds the body, intention feeds the spirit. If you're still here with me, engaged and finding these insights meaningful, I'd truly appreciate it if you'd comment number 3 below. Your presence matters, your time matters, and your health, your sense of aliveness, is worth investing in. So now let's talk about how to begin. The most meaningful transformations in life rarely start with loud declarations or sweeping changes. They begin in a whisper, a subtle shift, a quiet moment of clarity where you simply say to yourself, "I'm ready to care again." For many people navigating life after 60, the hardest part isn't choosing the right foods or routines. It's believing that these small, thoughtful actions still matter, that they can truly move the needle toward better health, deeper connection, and a richer experience of life. But they can, and they do, profoundly. And one of the most approachable, affordable, and reliable places to begin is with something humble and familiar, the egg. No special supplements, no strict diet plans, no rigid rules. Just one small choice, repeated with care. You don't have to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. You don't need to ban your favorite treats or track every calorie with a smartphone app. All it takes is a shift in mindset. Begin by treating just one meal each day as a sacred act of self-respect, a time to offer your body what it needs rather than deprive it. Choose nourishment over habit. Choose presence over convenience. And above all, choose kindness toward yourself. Start tomorrow morning. Instead of skipping breakfast or grabbing something processed that leaves you feeling heavy and tired, carve out 10 quiet minutes for a meal that truly supports you. Boil 2 eggs until they're just set, with the yolks still soft and golden. Lay them gently over a bed of fresh greens, maybe spinach, arugula, or a few herbs from your garden, and drizzle with a touch of olive oil. Season with a pinch of sea salt and a dash of appreciation. Drizzle the warm eggs with a touch of olive oil and a pinch of sea salt. For a burst of color and a creamy texture, add a few slices of ripe avocado or a handful of juicy cherry tomatoes. Then, most importantly, take a seat. Put your phone away. No emails, no news, no distractions. Just be present. Eat slowly, letting each bite land with intention. Let this moment be fully yours, a gentle yet deliberate act of self-care. This quiet ritual does far more than simply nourish your body. It becomes a powerful message whispered inward. I still care about how I feel. I still want to experience energy, connection, and joy. I'm still here, and I'm worth showing up for. You don't have to do this every single day. Even a few mornings a week can create ripples of change. Over time, you might notice what so many of my patients have reported: greater clarity of mind, a steadier heartbeat, warmth returning to your hands and feet. But the shifts don't stop with the physical. Something else happens too. You may catch yourself smiling at little things again. Maybe you linger longer during conversations. Perhaps there's a new spark of curiosity nudging you to take a walk or try a new recipe. These are signs that something within is beginning to reawaken. Consider James, a 70-year-old widower who had quietly slipped into a routine of isolation. For years, he'd been eating whatever was quick: microwaved dinners, sugary snacks, processed foods that dulled his energy and left his mind in a constant fog. He felt uninspired and unseen. Then, he made a small shift. He started cooking breakfast again, scrambled eggs with herbs, paired with a side of sautéed vegetables. At first, it was simply about eating better, but soon it turned into something more, a daily ritual that anchored him. That breakfast became his moment of purpose. After a few weeks, James began inviting his neighbor over for coffee. They shared stories, laughter, and something even more important: presence. "I didn't realize how much I'd stopped living," he told me. "This one small thing, it's like it woke me up." This journey isn't about being perfect. It's not about transforming every meal or chasing a flawless lifestyle. What truly matters is the intention behind the act. Each time you nourish yourself with care, you're sending a message to your body. I believe in you. I trust that you can respond. When you begin meeting your body halfway, through gentle nourishment and consistent care, a quiet but powerful partnership starts to form. As your body begins to respond in its own time, something even more unexpected happens. Your emotional landscape begins to shift too. You may start to feel lighter, more open, more engaged, not only with your partner or loved ones, but with the very life you're living every day. This kind of emotional transformation often starts with something as simple as showing up for yourself through small daily rituals. And while they may seem modest on the surface, these moments of care can carry deep meaning. They remind your body and your heart that you're still here, still worthy, still capable of healing. As we age, intimacy and connection can sometimes feel like distant memories, but they don't have to be. When we offer ourselves not just food, but kindness, intention, and patience, something deep within us begins to stir. The parts of you that once felt quiet, forgotten, or dulled by time begin to wake up, not with bold declarations, but with subtle, encouraging signs. You might notice deeper, more restful sleep, a steadier, calmer mood, a gentle touch that feels natural again, not foreign. These aren't just signs of recovery. They're signs of reconnection with yourself and the people who matter most. We often think of vitality as something that fades with youth, but true vitality isn't about how young you look. It's about how fully you're able to connect to yourself, to your loved ones, and to the present moment. It's about choosing to be fully alive today, even if your body doesn't feel like it did years ago. And surprisingly, this powerful shift can begin with something as humble as preparing your morning eggs. We've explored so much today, from the nutritional wisdom packed inside every egg, to the ways this everyday food can help restore circulation, balance hormones, and even revive emotional and physical intimacy after 60. You've seen how one small, consistent habit like a morning egg ritual can awaken your energy, bring warmth back into your life, and rekindle connection with both your body and your relationships. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one insight from this video that truly resonated with you? Was it the value of eating the whole egg? The powerful role choline plays in brain health? Or maybe how a small act of self-care can spark transformation in ways you never expected? Please take a moment to share your takeaway in the comments. Your story might be the spark that inspires someone else to begin their journey. And if this video has been helpful, don't forget to leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to our channel for more guidance on living with energy, purpose, and joy at any age. Wishing you continued health, happiness, and peace. And remember, one simple egg at a time, you can nourish not just your body, but your soul as well. Be sure to subscribe to Healthy Aging Blueprint so we can keep walking this journey together.